What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As always, I'm bringing you all the latest wrestling coverage, and tonight we are back in business and officially back to normal when it comes to pro wrestling, as the live audience is fully back. We got the WWE Money in the Bank pay-per-view with some surprising winners, and of course the massive return of John Cena confronting Roman Reigns. A lot went down tonight, even WWE 2K22 being teased for SummerSlam. So as always, we're gonna run it down and talk about everything. Before we get into it though, if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on those notifications if you want to continue being up to date on all the latest wrestling news coverage, WWE 2K22 news, content, and so on. And let's start off with the biggest surprise of the night, and probably the only surprise that we got when it comes to return. That was John Cena. WWE literally waited for the last possible second to finally give us that massive return, but it did went down. John Cena came out, did his full entrance, did the "you can't see me" to Roman Reigns, and he kept it going as Roman Reigns wasn't too happy about it. We all know what this is leading to. We've been talking about those reports of John Cena versus Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. Now this pretty much confirms it. John Cena definitely got the biggest pop of the night, followed by Edge and probably Alexa Bliss. Overall, a really good show, mostly emphasizing the fact of how important the live crowd is when we're watching pro wrestling. It really just makes all the difference. Even though we got one massive surprise, the crowd was still hot all throughout the night. I even lost my voice during our watch along, which should be an indication that I at least did enjoy this pay-per-view a lot more than many of this past year pay-per-view in the Thunderdome. Now that John Cena surprise, as I said, happened in the last 30 seconds of the show, but let's go ahead and recap what else went down. On the kickoff, we had the Usos taking on Rey Mysterio and Dominic in what was a really good matchup. Rey Mysterio and Dominic now have a brand new entrance, or at least a bit of an intro to their entrance, which looks pretty cool. I'm upset that this ended up happening on the kickoff because, again, it was a solid matchup. In the end, the Usos cheated for the victory, and now the Bloodline is carrying all of the golds from SmackDown except the Intercontinental Championship. Maybe Paul Heyman wins that one of these weeks. And then we got into the main show, which kicked off with the Women's Money in the Bank matchup. Everybody in this matchup got a bit of a time to shine. One thing that I noticed a lot was the fact that every single time somebody was gonna get that briefcase, some way, somehow, Natalya was there. She could have taken 3 power bombs back to back, 3 massive spots, and she would no-sell it, get up, and make sure that whoever is climbing that ladder gets taken down. She was basically directing traffic in this match, and considering that she is the one with the most experience, the veteran in it, I'm not surprised. But it did got kind of annoying towards the end. She was just always there, and I do appreciate the fact that her and Tamina actually work together as an actual tag team, just like they are. This gotta be like the first time in Money in the Bank history where 2 opponents, 2 competitors in the Money in the Bank match did not go at it at each other. So props to the WWE for putting some significance on the tag team. The big complaint that I have for this match is obviously at the end. It was a bit of an anticlimactic ending to it. I don't mind Nikki Cross winning this. I had Alexa Bliss as my pick though. I feel like Alexa Bliss as Money in the Bank could have created for some interesting teases and moments. But nonetheless, as everybody was fighting it off with 3 big ladders, Nikki Cross managed to skip all of that. Everyone was so distracted fighting each other that Nikki Cross took advantage and just went and got the briefcase with no struggle. Nobody tried to take her down. It was too late by the time that they realized it. Up next, it was the Raw Tag Team Champions AJ Styles and Omos defeating the Viking Raider. Another decent matchup. Omos ended up looking like a complete beast, even carrying Ibar and holding him up like nothing. This man is powerful. For the WWE Championship matchup, Bobby Lashley versus Kofi Kingston. Honestly, this one caught me by surprise because I did thought that Kofi Kingston was gonna pull up a fight. Kofi literally had one offense at the beginning, and then after that, Bobby Lashley just went on to dominate him. This was very similar to like Brock Lesnar versus Kofi Kingston, where Kofi just got destroyed. The only difference here was that Bobby Lashley continued to destroy him for like 5 minutes straight, while Brock Lesnar ended the match 5 seconds into it. They continue to book Bobby Lashley like a monster, so the party, the women's, the drinks, all of that is over now, as he told MVP things needs to get all serious, and that is exactly what he did tonight. This matchup got to the point where the referee was telling Bobby to pin Kofi Kingston and to end it because that was it. Then the Hurt Lock was applied, and of course Kofi Kingston tap out. Now the big question is, who is next for Bobby Lashley? And we talked about the rumors before. Reports are that Goldberg is going to be coming back and he's going to be the one challenging Bobby, which should be an interesting matchup. It's probably going to be 5 minutes, but there's probably going to be some destruction in it. I just hope that Goldberg doesn't win the title. Charlotte Flair defeated Rhea Ripley, so we got a brand new Raw Women's champion. I mean, is that a surprise? Probably not. I didn't think Charlotte was going to take another loss against Rhea Ripley. It's just not possible. I'll give you this though. This was probably the best matchup that they have given us. This was probably the best match of Charlotte Flair versus Rhea Ripley. The crowd was actually into it. At one point, Charlotte Flair even flipped the birdies on the crowd to get some of that extra heat. And not only did she pull a Stone Cold Steve Austin, but she was also DX shopping the crowd at one point. That was actually pretty funny. And honestly, guys, I think the reason why I'm not more upset is the fact that we all know WWE haven't booked Rhea Ripley the right way. Rhea Ripley on Raw is not Rhea Ripley on NXT, and it hurts to say, because she was booked so well and on top of that division in that brand. Before getting into the next matchup, WWE aired a couple of SummerSlam promo tonight, and something very interesting happened, and that was that WWE 2K22 is the sponsor for this year's SummerSlam. The significance about this is that usually the new WWE game sponsors the pay-per-view that is happening on the month that it's releasing. So either Extreme Rules or Hell in a Cell, whether it is October or November, although Hell in a Cell already happened this year, but you get the point. Usually they sponsor the pay-per-view happening on the month that the game is releasing. So them sponsoring this year's SummerSlam is very interesting. I don't think the game is going to be releasing on August, but what I think is that this is a very good indication that we should be getting massive information leading into SummerSlam and even at SummerSlam. Hopefully a brand new trailer, one that actually shows a lot of gameplay and gives us a lot of brand new information of new features of what we're going to be getting in WWE 2K22. So I'm very excited for that. That definitely is a different thing, a different type of marketing / advertisement than what they have done in the past. With them being the sponsor of that, definitely feels like they're going to be dropping something big. Let me know you guys' thoughts on it. As always, I will keep you updated on any new information that we get. And then for the matchup of the night was definitely the men's Money in the Bank matchup. What an awesome Money in the Bank. This gotta be up there as one of the top 3 because some of the spots that we ended up getting were awesome. This man Ricochet was out there just flying. So many nice spots of Kevin Owens getting put through the ladder bridge. John Morrison and Seth Rollins working together, Team Drip, literally taking out everyone for a solid 10 minutes. And then of course Seth Rollins betrayed him. Drew McIntyre being taken out and sent to the backstage by Jinder Mahal. Matt Riddle dropping a couple of RKO out of nowhere, showing some love to Randy Orton, and the crowd was eating that up. Kevin Owens being so close to winning it, stunning everyone. A lot of other spots that I definitely didn't mention, but the last one was Big E delivering the big ending to Seth Rollins and winning the Money in the Bank briefcase. And then for the main event, we got the Universal Champion Roman Reigns versus Edge. The match started out slow, then it picked up a lot of pace, especially after Jimmy Uso and Jey Uso tried to interfere, but the Mysterios were right behind them, so they fight them off to the backstage. Right after that, out comes Seth Rollins, hit Edge with a super kick on the back of the head, as Edge was trying to make Roman Reigns tap out. By this point, the referee was out, so that's why we didn't get a disqualification. Edge was almost done, but he continued to fight off against Roman Reigns. We get a massive spear by Edge onto Roman Reigns. That was a close one, but there was no referee. All of these leads to Seth Rollins interfering again towards the end when Edge was getting ready for another spear to win the match. Edge, instead of charging Roman, he goes after Seth. That causes the distraction, which ultimately leads to Roman Reigns Rollins winning the match. Seth Rollins, of course, has some beef with Edge over the last couple of weeks. He is upset that Edge continues to get the opportunity and he doesn't. He even cut a promo indicating that whoever wins, he's gonna be facing next. But that doesn't seem to be the case. After the match was over, he did get into the face of Roman Reigns, but Edge comes from behind, attacks him, so they brawl it out to the backstage, and Roman just continues to watch. He celebrates his victory, get on the microphone. I'm the big dog, I'm the tribal chief, and nobody can touch me. I got my own locker room, the She was never coming back. Okay, he didn't say that, but nonetheless, surprise comes out. It is John Cena. He does the entrance, get on the face of Roman Reigns, do the "you can't see me" taunt, and continue to do his entrance, continue to celebrate as the crowd goes wild. And then the show ends, and that was it. Roman was obviously not happy that John Cena was taking his spotlight, so Roman versus John Cena at SummerSlam, and definitely Edge versus Seth Rollins. SummerSlam is shaping up to be this year's WrestleMania 100%. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below for this year's Money in the Bank. What was your favorite matchup? Are you excited for John Cena's return? I feel like this show could have been a 10 out of 10 if Becky Lynch also returned, but they probably saving that for Monday Night Raw. Anyways, I thank you guys for watching. If you enjoyed, found this informative, don't forget to elbow drop it and hit those notifications to not miss any of our wrestling news coverage, any of our WWE 2K22 discussion, and so on. I'll catch you on the next one, so stay savage.